What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Montel. We back with another video. Hope you guys are having a good day. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about my testimony. It was a video request from someone, so I would just wanna I don't think I really got into depth about my testimony. I do have that video about me getting baptized, but I never really got on here and really talk to you guys about my testimony. And so I'm just going, just tell about my story. Um, you know, before before I came to Christ, right? I've all before I really surrendered, before I really okay, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Um, I um yeah, before that, like any other. By the way, I'm 18, so I didn't get baptized around like 2021, 2022, somewhere around there. Um, I definitely um was like everybody else, before, you come to Christ, we're like everybody else, trying to get the money, trying to just live for the world, you know what I'm saying? Being, being carnally minded, really being carnally minded, um, and those things. Um, because I was always that person. I was like, man, I want something better. I want something better. I wanted, I would look on YouTube and, see everybody else um doing big things, doing all those things. I was like, man, I want this. I want this so bad, and you don't want that in your heart, really. Look at somebody else, and and you really want that. Like, there's nothing wrong with having goals. There's nothing wrong with somebody inspiring you, but you don't really want that. You know what I'm saying? In your heart, to the point where, and my bad if you hear stuff in the background, doing some things. Still gonna make this video though. But like you don't really want that, because that can make you like jealous in a way, and those things. But like I said, there's nothing wrong with somebody inspiring you and things like that. Um, but yeah, I before I was doing all those things. Like I said, I was doing all those things, and now I've gone to this church. Now I don't go there no more, due to because I've really been growing from watching people. Like, if you guys haven't know Mark the Messenger, I watched him and learned a lot from him. And Fox 600, definitely y'all should definitely watch them. I give thanks to them, because what God doing in their life, it's helping me too. But anyway, um I was going to this church, and we have a youth group, right? We have a youth group, and I would I would go to time to time. I would go to time to time, but it was like one time, like, pastor, they said, my youth pastor, he he gave this message for us in the youth group, and that really like stuck with me, man. That really stuck with me. Like, when I got home, I was like, man. Now I don't remember the exact message was, but it touched me, right? And I really believe that was God, like, you know, for me to, give my life to him. And I'm telling you, like, probably like the next day or something like that, I called him, was like, Pastor, I want to give my life to Christ. And we was having a um, baptism. And so I was like, I want to get baptized. I'm telling you, like, the next week when we had youth, I would um yeah, we prayed. I gave my life to Christ that day, and that was the beginning of it, And like I said, there's all levels to it. There's all levels to it. Um, and so then I got baptized. Yes, I got baptized. You guys can see that video. Um, yeah, got baptized, and then, like I said, that was the beginning of it. That was the beginning of it. And so fast forward, now I was hungry. I was like getting my Bible. I was really, at the time, and I was going to church. And at the time, when we read our words, sometimes, we might not understand what it's saying, you know what I'm saying? But if you keep reading it, you're like, oh, this makes sense. Oh, okay. I see what he's saying. I know what the saying. And so I would do that. I was like that. I was like, man, I don't even know. Sometimes I didn't know what I was reading. Like, I sometimes I knew some of them I was understanding, and some that I didn't understand. But now that I'm growing spiritually in those things, I'm really, God is really showing me, okay, this is the real stuff. And so, like I said, I started to go to church. I was asking questions. I mean, I was hungry, man. I was really hungry. And so, um, like I said, there's all levels to it. And so, when you go to school, it's really hard. It's really hard because you want to, what I'm saying, you want to you want to live for God, but people around, they don't want to live. And like I said, I didn't know about spiritual warfare. I didn't know about these things, right? I might have had like somebody probably definitely said something about it because I definitely read Ephesians. We wrestle against flesh and blood and those things. I knew the armor of God, but I didn't understand it. But the seed was planted. The seed was planted, and so um, like I said, with school, it especially in high school, it's definitely is hard time to time, and I struggle with it. I don't really struggle with it no more because I just don't care at this point. I don't really care, but not to boast or anything, but I was really struggling with that. And of course, we're gonna get tempted. We're gonna get things like that, and many times I have fallen into the temptation when it comes to women, when it comes to people I should hang around with, in those things. Um, Fast forward like um, I would say, yeah, fast forward to like junior year. Now people, I was still talking to some people, and I found, I was being lukewarm. Let's just put like I was being like lukewarm, like I would, follow, read my Bible and those things, but then I still go out and do things shouldn't be doing. I'm not wasn't a wild person. I've never been like that. Like, cause thank God for my parents and my dad disciplining me. So I've never been wilding. I've never like nah. Like I had some fear. The fear got me. Let's put it like that. Um, but yeah, after that, like junior year, I was being lukewarm a little bit. I was getting into relationships I shouldn't be getting into, and best believe God will show you the relationships that you shouldn't be in, but we don't take heed. We don't listen, and so it's very important that you listen. And then when you read your word, you will just know, okay, this is the type of people I should be hanging around with, and those things. And there's nothing wrong with like talking to somebody every now and then who is, of the world. It's like let's not be over here let's not be over religious, right? But you don't want to be hanging around them because you can become that person. You know what I'm saying? And um, so yeah, I was finding myself being lukewarm, being in relationships I shouldn't be in those things. And then something in me, and I kind of find myself a black backsliding in those things. But I was still in my word. I was still in my word in those things, still in my word. And then like um 12th grade year, my senior year now, um, I was still in my word, still in my word. Like I said, being in a relationship I should not have been in. Now, this person, like I said, I'm not gonna say names or anything, but this person, lucky God touched her heart. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's seeds planted. I planted the seed. God did the growing. And God touched her heart. And so, just because the person is a Christian doesn't mean there's the right person for you. Now, they can be that person. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? That same person, but you still, I've just learned that you gotta like learn to let God work in you. That person will come. Best believe, you walking with the Lord, that person will come. And so, don't get me wrong, like this person, I mean, we're still cool. You know what I'm saying? I have no attentions like that. I mean, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? And so, um, and then like after that, I don't know, something in me was like, I don't, it doesn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? I find myself not really growing. I find myself not really being in a state where I thought I would be. Like I said, it's all levels to it. And I was still growing. I was still doing those things. Um, but then uh, I found, like I said, I found Mark the Messenger, and I really believe that God placed me to him, man. Um, because I started learning things from him. I started learning things about spiritual warfare. I started learning things about isolation and those things. And I didn't know about these things because they don't teach us this in the churches, man. They don't teach us this. And the one thing about me, I want to get convicted. I want to because I know, okay, I need to change, right? And so when I found him, I was getting convicted about like certain holidays, um, people you're gonna have to like cut off. I mean, look at the look, Christ should be no, God should be number one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You should always be trying to strive to walk like Christ and those things. And so, um, I was my bad. The video had it cut off. But back to it. Like I was saying, you should be striving to walk like Christ. We should be denying ourselves and picking up our cross daily. And this is not an easy walk. And I'm starting to notice this now because I'm starting to learn about spiritual warfare. I'm starting to learn the real stuff. We still gotta keep his commandments. Why you think how the world is today? They don't fear God. They don't keep his commandments. They don't, do those things. And so when you start to read the word for yourself, you're going to start, okay, this is how it should be. And you're not going to be deceived, man. And this is why if they're these churches, you're not getting convicted, if you're not spiritually growing, I'll say leave that church, man. I'm just keeping it real. I'll say leave the church. Um, and so, like I said, man, I started to learn stuff from him. I started to learn stuff from Fox 600, and I was starting to grow. I'm really growing, and now I'm knowing, okay. And now, of course, we're gonna battle with, we need self deliverance. We need devil demons to come out of us because, and I don't like that. Christians say, "Oh, you can't have a devil." Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Um, but it's our job that our faith need to produce works. Okay, we need to start fasting. We need to start um doing these things because we should strive to walk like Christ. And it's a battle. And I'm starting to learn that you're going to have to fight. You're going to have to fight. You're going to have to. That's what comes with it. Jesus had to fight. He had to suffer. Job had to suffer. Joseph had to suffer. So what makes you think we're not going to suffer? But we have people saying, oh, all you have to do is believe, and that's it. That's not true. That's not true. It's not true. Because faith without works is dead. My faith, now of course we're under grace. We're under grace. We're not saved because of our works, but our faith without works is dead. So our works our faith are going to produce works. We're going to put in the work, right? Strive to be better, be in our word more, walk in this narrow path, living a life of repentance, and it's not easy. That's why I find myself sometimes like, man, am I tripping? Is this walk really for me? Like, no, this is what it comes with it. This is what comes with it. And it is not easy, like I said. It's not easy. Um, and the things I did in the past, of course, now they're gonna come to me. You reap what you sow. And that's so true. You reap what you sow. Because the moment all those things when you were um doing it, when you were living for the world, the devil wasn't messing with you. The devil was not messing with you. But now when you want to live for Christ and those things, now the devil's gonna mess with you. Oh, it's not going to be easy. You're going to get attacked. You're going to have sometimes you plant things in your mind that, man, I just feel guilty, man. Should I? And you start doubting because this happens with me. I'm struggling with it now. You know what I'm saying? But it's my job. Okay, I now that I have the knowledge for it, now I have the wisdom for it. Okay, now I need my faith that I have in Christ is going to produce works. I might need to fast such and such. You know what I'm saying? I need to get in my word more. You know what I'm saying? And over time, it will, over time you'll be delivered. You just have to be patient. And that's why I need to work on too, is my patience. I struggle with my patience. I'm not gonna sit and be like, oh, this is who I am. Like, no, I need to work on it. And so, um, I mean, yeah, I mean that's why I'm here now, you know what I'm saying? Um, that's why I'm here now. Um, we know it's been a walk. I'm starting to learn more. Telling you, ever since I just got in the word for myself, my just perspective changed. You no longer look at the world the same. And that's with me. I just didn't, the world didn't, I didn't care. Don't care. Um, Now, of course, let's not be religious. There's nothing wrong with like going to the mall or, going to the movies. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But you're not going to participate in the people that indulge with sin because what this world promotes. It promotes lust. It promotes sin, 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 sin. And I'm just starting to learn to it. And we need to be disciplined. Um, Man, it's a journey, man. It's a journey. It's a walk. But we have to just keep going. I'm just learning. I'm learning. I'm learning. Um, but man, I just thank you guys for this, man. I really do thank you guys. One thing, I just want to help you guys. I want to help you guys, and anybody who's like my age, if whoever is my age, hopefully, or anybody, hopefully this will inspire you to keep going, and knowing that this is not an easy walk. You have people who look at you weird. You have people who will, um, even your own household, um, because they're in the matrix. The Satan, this is Satan's world, the matrix. And so we gotta take a step back. Maybe we need to be isolated for a minute and just get in God's word. And I'm telling you, we just gotta be patient. Just be patient. It's part of the fruits of the spirit, man. And so I just want to leave you guys with that, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Some of you guys think about it. Leave some in the comments. Some other suggestions what you guys want me to do. And I see you guys in the next video. Peace.